Welcome back, everyone. Hello. Happy Monday. We have a sort of a different type of video today. I've kind of got a fun little stack of cards that we're going to go through here, and we're going to talk a little bit about grading and go through a recent submission that I got back. But we're going to be doing a little PSA submission here. So welcome to the channel, everyone. Josh from the Old Card Shop here. Thanks for coming in. We're having a little Monday grade sesh. We are going to be sending some cards off to PSA here. I want to go over those cards on video here just in case anything funny happens at PSA. So we're going to make a little video here. So we've been opening some base set packs, some vintage, some really fun stuff on the channel. And some of those cards are going to get sent off. So these are all packed fresh. So the Zapdos looks to be a little bit heavy on the left to the right there, but otherwise looking real nice. Let's get that. Check the corners there. So yeah, we just got a couple submissions back from PSA. We're doing middlemanning with express submissions, and so here's a Blastoise we pulled the other day out of we thought it to be a base set shadowless heavy blister. It was the Venusaur version of this. This is what you will see. This looks to be what potentially could be a shadowless blister. And the reason you think it's shadowless, there's some different reasons. We'll go over that in another video. But that is a something that we have opened. And in the first one we opened, it was a heavy unlimited Blastoise. So nice little card. This is going to PSA as well. Looks pretty good. Let's get the front, the back, since we're talking. It's on the card saver. Nice little Blastoise there. This is a card that I'm actually very excited to send. We pulled this out of a Jungle Long Stem booster pack. This is one of my favorite cards I've ever pulled in my whole life. This is a fun one going out. If this gets a PSA 10, it's an easy $1,000 card. This is a Pinsir no set symbol. From the Jungle set Hollow. This is this Jungle set. This is my favorite error. This set has my favorite error, I think, in the whole TCG, and that is the entire set of Hollows in Unlimited was printed without the symbol. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. It looks like someone was sleeping on the job during that print run, but it didn't happen in the first edition. So this is actually one of my favorite cards we've ever pulled because it looks like it's a base set card, but it's actually Jungle. Man, that's a beauty. I do honestly 100% believe this should get a 10. I don't think there's anything about this card that I thought, yeah, this looks pretty much flawless and it's centered. So that was a nice one that we pulled. And then also in the same stream, we pulled out of a Rocket Long Stem pack. We're hunting the Dark Dragonite error. We like errors here. We pulled this beautiful Raichu. So the Dark Raichu is also getting in. The Dark Raichu has that one little tiny white right up there. So I do expect a 9, but would be happy and not too surprised if we got the 10. There are no print lines, so the hollow is beautiful. The centering is really nice too. And so these are cards that are going in by us for a express submission. But the second part of this video, I kind of wanted to go through a couple other cards because while we are sending those 4 cards, I have some other cards I was thinking of sending in. And I always try to send 1 or 2 cards in for myself in each submission that we're doing here. And I think I've already decided on some of these that I'm going to send. So PSA has, the submissions are about $150 to send minimum, plus taxes, fees, and insurance and stuff. So you really got to be careful about what you're sending. And so I have this stack of cards here. This is my to be graded stack. These are all actually PSA 1 contenders. I do think that these could all pull PSA 1s. I have another Mew as well that I think it's a little bit more off-centered, but it's not quite as beat up. And I think this is the one that would probably pull the one of the two. But we aren't going to be sending any of these, though this Charizard is calling my name. EX Dragon Charizard, but we did just send an EX Fire Red Leaf Green PSA 1 contender, and so we'll be going over a submission with that. So these are some other cards I've been holding on to here. These are some things that I think would be worth sending. This is a nice mint condition Spectra Miscut Bulbasaur, really fun card for someone like me who likes errors, but I think that one can hold off. these are some of my favorite Magi cards, Magi cards. These are probably actually my favorite cards in the whole hobby. And this is one of the things that I've been wanting to showcase here on the channel for a while. These are some of, I think, the most interesting cards you'll ever see. And something that I've been personally hunting for the PSA 10s on. They're very, very hard to grade. They are embossed, old, 1990, no, I think these are early 2000s, 2002, 2001 Magi promos. But really, really crazy though. I'm going to be sending these in probably one by one. Ooh, that's one of my favorites right there. And I think in this submission, we're going to be sending this little guy. I think this is going to go, and I think this is going to potentially go as well. Let's go over some of these. These are also the Magi set. These are a little bit older. These are kind of different. Very, very hard to find. The hardest one to find being the Silver Pikachu. I do not believe this would get a 10. It looks like it's a little off-centered, as well as there's some micro-scratching. Very, very light micro-scratching. On this one, though, on this one, this is tough to decide. I may send this in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one? Help me out, chat. If you had to decide which of these you wanted to send, you have to tell me what would your decision be. So I think I already know which we're going to send, but we're going to check them both out. So on to the next part of the video here. This is a little something fun because we did send a recent submission to PSA, and we got the submission back. We got a notification about it, and it gave us a weird grade. And I had thought that we had gotten a PSA 10, but as it turns out, well, let's just get right into it. Apparently when we sent this card, we either missed something or PSA damaged the card, and so it took me, I had to go over some pictures that I sent. This isn't the card right here. I had to go over some pictures that I sent, or took before we sent it, just to make sure. And so this card right here, we sent expecting to get a very high grade, and we were sort of let down by what happened, but I think I now see what happened with it. So this is one of the cards we just recently sent, of course, the Magi collection card. This is the Umbreon, the brother, sister, the sibling card to the Espeon there. This was a card sent in by us, and to be honest, it looked literally perfect. I couldn't find a single thing wrong with the card at all. And then, so I was really wondering why it ended up getting, but then upon further looking at it, look at that bottom right there. See that bottom right there? If you catch the light the right way, it looks like it's almost got a dent in it. And so turning the card over, it does. It looks like it's got like the smallest little... And so looking at that, and looking over some pictures and things that we took beforehand, I was ready to string PSA up by their toenails and, you ring them a new one and send in a bunch of emails. But upon looking at that, I honestly do think that was maybe a little harsh for the grade, because that's the only thing, giving it a 5. But I do think it was potentially warranted. I think that was missed by us when sending it in. So I just wanted to go over that, and I think it's important to hold PSA accountable where they are responsible, but I think in this case, I don't want to put that responsibility on PSA. So we're going to go over some more pictures of it and just kind of give it a more looks just to kind of make sure, because we've been hearing some interesting things, but we definitely want to be, fair to PSA. So we wanted to go over that and check it out on video. See what you guys thought. Do you think that deserved a 5, that Magi card with that little tiny little ding? Or do you think that ding even should count? So we may crack that and regrade it to see what happens. So we'll see about that, guys. But this other Umbreon came back with the Magi Umbreon. So we're pretty happy about that. Nice little PSA 10 Umbreon with a couple other classic collection cards we sent in. Those have already been sent off, but I did just want to show that off to end with something a little positive. Nice PSA 10 Umbreon Gold Star. This is actually my favorite card from Celebrations. People have been asking a lot about what I think about Celebrations in the future, if it'll hold value, what the cards, the singles, all this, etc., etc. And I do think that Celebrations is a fantastic set. I think it's getting printed a lot, so I wouldn't necessarily heavily speculate quite yet on it, but it is one of those sets I think that's really fun to open, and I have a lot of fun opening it, and this is my favorite card from the set. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying Celebrations. I do believe you'll be able to find some on the open market. So if you're having trouble finding it now, just be patient. You'll find some. And so we appreciate all the time you guys have spent with us here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. This has been a little bit different for us. We will be doing another video here very soon. So hopefully if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe now. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks again, guys. Catch you on the next video.